loves Otaku.
Hello!
As you can see, we are not alone. We have a third screen with us today. None other than the one and only Blake Shepard.
Yes.
Now, if you don't recognize this man, then you clearly have been living under a rock for way too long. Trust me, we all been in quarantine way too long. You pretty should recognize his voice. He's been in anime such as Darling in the Franxx, Angel Beats, and also his most known role. See, I'm slurring over my words because I'm so excited. We got Blake Shepard here. is Soma from Food Wars, and he took time out of his day to talk to us, fellow otakus and crazy people that love anime just as much as probably he does. So welcome, Blake.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Very excited.
All right. So you want to go ahead and kick us off with the first question, Shark?
All right. Let me look here.
She has a long book of questions.
What originally got you into voice acting?
Well, originally I was just an actor. So I started out doing kind of odd jobs, I guess. My first role was actually a friend of mine's family's entertainment company. So I was in school at a performing arts school for theater and theater design. So I was actually more interested in doing like set design, painting, building the sets. I worked with a lot of power tools. But I always liked, yeah. Oh, does he do that as well?
Yeah, he builds the sets, he paints them, and designs everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did more like they called us techies. We were the techies, right?
That's what I am.
And it's fun. I love it. I love that aspect of the theater, and but it was one of those things where it just kind of like the fates aligned. I ended up dressing up like Shaggy from Scooby Doo for Halloween one year, and I had like a little stuffed, Scooby Doo thing. And my friend's family's entertainment company had a Shaggy that they'd been doing live events with for parties and different stuff around town. And he like freaked out on drugs and disappeared.
Oh boy.
No joke. And so they couldn't find him and they needed a new Shaggy. And I already had the costume. And like I could still kind of do the Shaggy
Wow.
voice.
Oh
So,
man.
so they brought me in to do it. And I did my first acting job was doing that. I was at like Verizon wireless stores and malls, and they would just kind of ship me around the city to different malls, and I would just hand out ice cream to kids to try to lure their parents in to buy cell phones.
Yeah, if you got the kids, then the parents will follow.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was the start of my acting career right there, which was actually pretty cool, and I was really lucky because I was the only kid my age making like $300 an hour or whatever. It was crazy money when I first started doing it. But they only have you for 2 or 3 hours and then you're done. It's like, okay, well, great, see you maybe in a month. So it's like it was kind of crazy. But I was in school at the time anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But someone recommended that I audition to try to be a voice actor for ADV Films. And I was like, I roughly.
Yeah, you were around when they were around.
So
I wasn't.
Yeah. So and I had one of their VHS tapes, so I was kind of familiar. And I did an open audition. It took a year. I was on the waiting list for a year, so I got on when I was 18, and then when I was 19, they brought me in for an audition. And then I did a good audition, and I got into the circuit. And as I was it was really nice actually because one of the directors, Jen Chung, who did a lot of great shows like Princess Tutu, and she's got such a long list. Mythical Detective Loki was one of the ones he did. But anyway, so he sent a mass email to all the directors at ADV and said, hey, there's this new kid, Blake Shepard. He's, we're going to be trying him out. So you guys let me know what you think. And so every director tried me out. So it was really cool because it kind of gave me a chance to actually figure out what the heck I was doing. Because that's like part of there's a bit of a learning curve going from like being, dressed up as Spider-Man at a kid's party to suddenly being in front of a mic in like a closed booth that's like, okay, act,
Yeah, I've heard that part I heard that part of that voice acting is difficult to adapt to. Um,
It really is because so many actors, especially stage actors, use so much of their face.
Mhm.
You because you don't just want to sound interesting, you have to look interesting too. So it's almost kind of reverse engineering how you act to just be more voice, and it actually I got a lot of training before I started doing Power Rangers and Spider-Man, and when they would make me the lucky contestant to be dressed up as Bob the Builder or SpongeBob SquarePants or Barney or whoever I was going to be that weekend. um, but I did. I had to learn to work with my voice, and so because I had the mask on, you couldn't see me, so you have to capture all those feelings with the voice. So in that respect, I kind of had an idea of what I was doing, but it's so much different when you put a microphone, 4 inches from your mouth, and then it's like, okay, now do it.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, it's a different animal.
Mhm.
And 5-year-old kids at a birthday party aren't as hard to please as like people buying a DVD with your
Yeah.
voice on it.
Definitely the younger aspect is easier to entertain than like older audiences when you think about it.
oh yeah, my grandkids are
Yeah,
easy to please. You just the older one, you give him a video game, he's fine. The other two, you give them cars.
Or give them something colorful to look at and go like, ooh, and just stare at it for hours, and you think
Oh,
like, are they alive?
all my
yeah,
grandkids love SpongeBob.
Everybody loves SpongeBob. Come on.
I don't.
What?
yeah. One of my favorite stories of all time, because being an actor, it's all about deception, right? And
Of course.
we always
Deception.
joke. But the one thing I used to love to do as Spider-Man is everyone would be like, you're not really Spider-Man,
Oh.
and it's like
I'm so
it's
sorry.
like, yeah, I'm gonna win this argument. So, but I would lift up the bottom part of my mask and show them my face. I said, "Oh yeah," it's like, "You don't believe me?" It's like, "Yeah, look, I'm really Peter Parker." And then I put the mask on, and they go, "Oh my gosh, oh
Like I
my
just
gosh!"
met Peter Parker. Holy crap! Ah!
And I was doing this one party one time, and it was so cute. It was this little black boy's birthday, and he thought I was his
Oh my
uncle.
god.
Like, he would not believe me. He's like, "You're my Uncle Tito. You're not Spider-Man. You're Uncle Tito. I know you are." And I lifted up my mask and put it down, and he turns to all the kids at his party and goes, "He's white. He's Spider-Man."
Oh my gosh, that is that is so funny.
And like that, from that moment on, I just had kids wrapped around my legs, like I was Spider-Man. It was
Oh
awesome.
man.
So cool.
Oh my gosh. That is a fun that is so funny. That is a really funny story. That is hilarious. Just having tons of kids wrapped around you go like, okay, I gotta move while they're on me.
He, like,
Um
it's like he had just found out Santa Claus was real. He just announces so much confidence. It's Spider-Man, everybody.
Yeah, I feel like certain kids have like no fear when they just want to announce something and just
Oh
blurt it
yeah.
out, and they don't care who hears. They'll just blurt it out anyway, and then you go like, oh god, like you go like, oh, like should I be worried, or you go like, oh, that's nice, and then just ignore it.
Well, and I mean, I totally was that kid, right? I remember a friend of mine when I was young. He had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Mhm.
party, and I was so pumped that the Ninja Turtles were going to be at this party. And I got there, and it was a guy in a costume, and I was a little crushed. I was like,
Oh,
someone told me there were going to be Ninja Turtles here.
they lied.
But
um.
I accepted it though. I didn't hate the guy.
Yeah.
He was keeping the
I
keeping the
think
dream
that's
alive.
the worst possible thing that can crush a child is when they figure out like someone's actually in the suit and it's not actually the character. Like their whole demeanor is just like crushed, and you go like they go like, "What's wrong?" You go like, "That's not the real person." You go like, "You lied to me."
And my my brother is a bit older than me, and he has a daughter, and so I'm like an uncle, and it was funny because one of her friends, I guess, watched Food Wars. They're about 12 or 13, and they watch Food Wars, and her friend thinks that Soma Yukihira is hot, and so of course they look up the voice actor, and my niece is like, "That's my uncle."
Oh my god.
He's the weird guy you met at my birthday party that was messing with us.
Oh man. Oh man, that.
Okay, so we asked just about every voice actor this question. What are the major differences between stage, on camera, and voice acting?
Well, for two of those, you don't need pants on. Let you guess which one. Which two don't need pants on.
Oh my gosh. I almost spit out my drink because it's so funny. But true, when you're in a booth, you really probably don't have to show up with pants on.
Well, in a lot of the interviews, a lot of people have they've said that they literally, showed up for their session in pajamas.
Yeah.
It happens more often than you think. I was really surprised. So there is something in the water in Dallas where, in Houston, I'd say it's a little more laid back. Like we're a little bit more about that pajama life down here. But in Dallas, man, those girls dress to the nines. Like they will show up to the studio and they all look like movie stars. It's crazy. And I guess it's just like a Southern thing, like they look good. They've got makeup on, they have their hair did, they're in like their little
they got the big hair
polka
going
dot
on.
And,
they always say everything's bigger in Texas,
like
and so's the hair.
Making me wish I was an old bear. Oh my goodness. No, but it varies from studio to studio. But yeah, for the most part, like there are those days, especially for voice actors that do a lot of conventions. Can you imagine being at a convention all weekend and then 9 a.m. you're in the booth trying to record, screaming for 2 hours or whatever you're doing. So yeah, a lot of actors will kind of show up with the convention hangover, the first couple of days afterwards. So
yeah,
it might.
That's what they call
Or they're just like
the convention hangover.
Their tea is like their lifeblood, and they're holding it like a newborn child, and just
like you're my only friend, T. Oh man, but yeah, it is different. We kind of talked about how a lot of people learn to act with their faces, and so having to realize that you don't sound as surprised as you look. Like you look very surprised, but we need it in the microphone, so we need you to sound surprised. There's little things like that. But hopefully you have a gracious enough director, and we've been fortunate. We've had some amazing directors like Chris Ayres and John Swayze who are actors. And so they're able to actually guide you as a stage director in the role. David Wall does this beautifully as well. But yeah, it's just one of those things it's the same muscles, but you're using them differently. Or they're different muscles in the same places. I don't know. It's a good question. I can see why you ask it to everyone. I'm going to stick with the no pants. Yeah. Yeah, hey, you got to be comfortable when you're in the booth, whether you're sitting or standing, so why not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you an off-the-wall question now.
This one's the off-the-wall question.
If money wasn't an issue, what would you do with your time?
If I had all the money in the world, or if we lived in a world without money?
Money was no issue. In other words, everything would be covered. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You could do whatever you want, get whatever you want.
I would probably open an animation studio.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. That's a new
To do
one.
anime or just do animation period?
Well, so I'm actually creating an anime.
Oh, really?
And it's taking me a really long time because I'm trying to do it myself, and I've started hiring artists to help me with it, but it's a slow going process because I have to spend time getting them used to doing animation. So there's a certain way you have to actually color and build the characters when you're doing animation. And a lot of that is just so that I can kind of South Park it and use some of the characters later on for different things.
Yeah.
Because since we're building multiple episodes at a time, I'm sort of trying to plan all of my shots in order to capitalize on the artist's time. So if they make one pose, I look at other places and other episodes I can use that same pose. Maybe where it's it's flipped, or it's from another angle, or maybe it's a cut shot or a still. So there's all these kind of weird puzzle planning things you don't really think about when you're watching a show, but a lot of these backgrounds get used different places and different.
I've
they
seen
may just
that in a lot of anime.
Yeah, they call that like recycled animation. Even Disney used it at one point in some of their animations. They'll literally just use the same scene that they use for one series, and then they'll literally just they'll use the same scene but in a different animation, and until you look at it again, you go like, wait, they reused that? I literally had to have a double take when I was watching Robin Hood. They used the same scene that they used in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where Maid Marian is dancing in the center, and you see like people dancing with her. They use that same scene, but it's just different. And I'm thinking like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, so if you have the computer in front of you, it's robotgirlchronicles.com.
We'll definitely check that out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And we were the first ones to hear about it.
And the joke is when you see the logo, is she's not really a robot. It's just a bad translation from Japanese.
Yeah, that sometimes happens a lot. Bad translations.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to teach something, what would you teach?
If I had to teach something,
anything.
It would probably be either either be character animation or character design.
Cool.
That's a different answer.
Yeah,
most of the time we get acting.
Yeah, Chuck Huber's doing his acting class. We talked to him probably
I believe
late Christmas.
John Swayze's doing the same thing.
He's
Chuck Huber is the reason why Chuck Huber and John Swayze are the reason why I didn't say I'm going to be teaching an acting class. I'll leave it to the
Even Steve Bloom is doing a voice acting class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's definitely a lot of voice actors out there that are doing a lot of voice acting classes and stuff.
Well, and it's really incredible. I mean, you think about this, like John Swayze has been doing it since the 90s.
Oh yeah.
And I guess Chuck Huber has too.
John Gremion,
and
he doesn't have an acting class, but
didn't he say he wanted to start doing one? I think. No.
Because he's too busy doing. He's too
I
busy
mean,
doing his other job.
Yeah.
I still can't believe. Yeah, I've worked with John Gremion actually on a few editing jobs. So my
That's
regular.
Editing. Yeah.
Yeah, my regular, like my degree is in media arts and animation. So that's like my normal job is animation. And I do a lot of like 3D stuff and different things, but it's crazy to think 2003. How long ago is that?
I have no clue.
So I've been voice acting for 17
Wow.
years. Yeah.
I'm old.
And it's crazy how fast the time goes. I mean, it really is. I mean, and the crazy thing about voice acting is that you really, I mean, every time goes extra fast because you really never know when you're going to work. So you get, even if you're working consistently, every job feels like a brand new opportunity. So it always feels new. It never really feels, you never get that like same old kind of thing. Because even if you're going in to record the same character on a different season, like with Soma, I mean, Soma's growing each season.
He is, yeah.
There's new flavors, sort of, no pun intended, added to him each time.
So when you're cast for a character, have you ever asked, okay, how long am I going to work?
Oh yeah, that's usually the first question.
How long is this character going to last?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got called. I got called 2 days ago to. I'm recording another season of a show on Netflix, and they were like, well, we need you. Well, we've got a lot of time for you this time. There's a whole lot of lines, and I'm like, well, what does a whole lot of lines mean to you? Because that might be different than what it means to me. And they were like, oh, it's going to be about 100 lines. And I'm like, oh, that's not very many at all.
No. They're like, well, he won't last long. Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, he's not going to last long. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I've done shows where, they've booked me for 28 to 30 hours of recording, spread out over the course of a month. But, I mean, it varies, it's weird though, but yet some of my biggest roles, I mean, Laito from Diabolic Lovers, I want to say that only took about 2 days. So, it's kind of, but at the same time, I think I was recording Dog and Scissors and what else? Maybe Tanaka-kun, or no, Seki Tanari, was it Tanari no Seki-kun? Are you guys familiar with that show? Is Monica Rial and I?
I'm not familiar with that one.
I have not heard that one.
I've not heard that one. I've heard Diabolic Lovers, Food Wars, Angel Beats, Darling in the Franxx. By the way, I want Darling in the Franxx to have a 3rd season already.
I know, right?
Like, I need to know what happened. All I know is that, the 2 main protagonists end up, going kaboom, and then they met again. I'm thinking, like, what now? Like, you left us on a cliffhanger. Come on! I hate when animes do that.
Well, I mean, Futoshi became a bread maker. That's pretty good for me. I was like, my work is done. I've eaten enough bread.
Oh, man. But yeah, speaking of animes, were there any animes that you have auditioned for that you wish you were a part of but didn't quite, make the cut?
Oh yeah, several for sure. I auditioned for Overhaul for My Hero Academia. I auditioned for some, which I mean, Kellen Goff is phenomenal. I mean, I'm not begrudging him. I think his performance is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
But it was, just to be involved in My Hero in a larger capacity would have been really cool. I've gotten to do some bit parts here and there, but to actually have like a stable character that would be in it for a while and have a full arc would be really cool. I just love the style of it. I like the kind of throwback nostalgia-y sort of editing that they do with it. So yeah, there's that show. There was Battle of the Planets, when they redid Battle of the Planets. I was still really young, so I don't think my voice was quite right for any of the main guys. So I didn't get that. There was a show called Guyver, which was the bio armor character.
I know that one.
Yeah, Chris Patton beat me out for that one. So,
he's got a younger voice.
But yeah, I mean, there's with every actor, it's almost kind of like, it's like, well, are there any roles that you wish you would have gotten that you didn't get? It's like, yes, every role I auditioned for that I did not get, I wish that I got,
Yeah.
But, but yeah, at the same time, I think that anime, for the most part, is different than a lot of other industries in that way, where, we do root for each other. I mean, my gosh, I was so happy when Alejandro Saab came into the Food Wars season 3 and just killed it as the Chinese protagonist chef guy. I mean, it was just God, it was unbelievable. I loved everything he did. And he made it so much more fun to come to work and work on that show because his performance was so good. So, it's and I mean, guys like Damon Mills who just like kill it, it's like they just have one of those magic voices that just are it's
Mm-hmm.
great. So I mean, and I mean obviously, I've been working with, Lucy Christian, Monica Rial. I mean, it's like, I love watching them do new things and be in more stuff and all that. And Brittany Karbowski and I, work on Robot Girl together, and Lucy Christian's also in it. So yeah, I mean, it's a really supportive community, and everyone does kind of root for each other. I think that there's very little uh, jealousy that I've seen. I mean, obviously, I've had people, so and so said something about you behind your back and blah blah blah. But I mean, that's any industry. You're going to get some of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, but I think overall everyone's really supportive.
Yeah, Lucy Christian and Brittany Burkowski are on our like voice actor interview wish list. We have like a huge list of people that we want to interview
Oh
in the
yeah,
future.
we got a list.
We got some of those names crossed off,
Yeah.
and you're one of them.
Aw. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
You got any other question? Because I think yeah.
Well, that one was answered. Let's go over here. What is something you accomplished in the past?
No, not that question.
What is something you accomplished in the past that you're proud of?
Something I've accomplished in the past that I'm proud of. I mean, there's lots of things that I'm proud of, but something some the something that I'm really proud of is the fact that I've been able to, work with so many amazing peers. There's been, I think I take pride most when I can create work for other people. So I think a lot of times as actors, we're the last people to know, right? Like when we get cast for something, all the hard work's already been done. The storyboards, the story, the characters, the animation, the coloring, the lighting, the effects, everything is
Yeah.
ready. And then we just come in and kind of do the varnish. We're the finishing paint job, right? And we're just kind of like they're like, we'll make it kind of look like this other paint job that was in this other thing, but this is going to be our version of the paint job.
Hmm.
And I really like the fact that I've been able to be involved in my own projects and in my people that I've worked with projects. I mean, John Swayze's written a children's
Yep.
book,
Yep.
and he asked me to illustrate it, and so I illustrated the children's book for him, and we went through design concepts and things like that. And I've gotten to help a few actors with their website. John Grimion's website, I helped him design and put together. So just things like that. Working and collaborating, I think, is my crowning achievement. I love creating communities that support each other and help each other. And so that's kind of what I strive to do. And I mean, the whole reason why I wanted to start making my own series, aside from us having a really good concept, was just that I wanted to be a source of income for my peers. I wanted to be able to say, hey, come make money on our own thing, where you can like have a say in what the character says, or if you have a better read you think you might do, like let's do it. Let's collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's been that to me has been the most rewarding thing.
That's a very good answer. I like that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to ask you probably something that you probably hear at a convention or something. If you could live in any of the anime worlds that you have voiced in, which anime world would it be and why?
I would live in the probably like a hmm, maybe like Penguin Drum.
That sounds.
Have you guys seen that show?
I've seen snips of it on like Watch Mojo when they covered some of that stuff. But yeah, so weird aliens that are shaped like penguins. That sounds very interesting.
So, but the world itself is, it's just Japan. Like you're just living in Japan, and it's funny because all of the other people in the world are just cardboard cutouts that just bounce behind you. They're just like
That's
little
funny.
white paper people. I would never have to wait in line at Disneyland. I would just be, I would, first spot in the coffee shops all the time. It'd be amazing. I would have Japan all to myself.
That's the one dream place that we want to go to is Japan. We want to travel there. We want to visit the birthplace of anime where it actually started. So that's our dream destination.
Oh yeah.
It's unbelievable. I was talking to David Matrenga about this one time, and we were talking about when we go there, it's crazy because you will be walking down a street or walking across a bridge, and you will say, "Oh my gosh, I was in this anime. I remember this show."
That's another person we want to talk to.
Yeah, and you'll really you get this like sudden like flash in your mind of an anime, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this bridge was in this show. Oh my gosh, this street, I've seen this sign before." That there's just weird stuff like that.
Yeah,
that
it's
happens.
so weird. Like when you look at pictures of Japan and then look at an anime. I've seen it in like several situations. You go like, you got anime and reality, and you go like, wait, so they actually use this bridge in this anime? Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, and so that's something that I did when I was in Japan for the backgrounds in Robot Girl. I actually took almost 2,000 photos of backgrounds to use as reference while I was there. So yeah. So
yeah, Japan's beautiful.
Okay. What are the most common mistakes do you believe aspiring voice actors make?
Maybe don't do the Stewie voice.
Don't do the Stewie voice.
If you are imitating any characters on Family Guy or from the Muppet Show, you're going the wrong direction with your voice acting trajectory. I would say, focus on making your own voice sound believable in all of the personalities and all of the feelings that you can work on as an actor, and focus them on your voice. Record in your phone, listen to yourself, be hypercritical, do all that work up front. And then once you get used to doing that, it's going to be easier for you to adapt and change, and you'll have a good grasp of what your muscle does.
Yeah, we've heard that plenty of times where someone will literally probably go into the booth and go like, "Oh, that's a good voice impression, but what do you think the character would sound like in your head?" That's definitely probably one thing they'll probably go like, "Okay, I'm gonna imitate this character and see how it sounds out of this other character's mouth," and go like, "No, that's not gonna fly." But definitely the Stewie voice, no.
Yeah. Well, and I've been able to come full circle on a lot of this stuff where, now I'm at a point where I've been doing this long enough. I know how to get a feeling, but use my own voice. So there was one show that I did called Monster Hunters, where my character is basically like a Japanese Cartman. From South Park, but it doesn't sound anything like Cartman. But in my mind, that's who I was channeling when I did that. But it doesn't sound like Cartman. It just has that quality about him where it's that kind of gruff jerk. You're stupid. What do you know? I'm smarter than you. He had that kind of
like
personality.
Snobby
so
voice.
So I imbued some of that cadence in him that just sort of enriched the character a little bit more for like a Western audience. It gave him some of that feeling. Without someone being able to see it and go, "Oh, that's probably Cartman." It's still its own thing, and it still has its own life. But you're able to start picking at these little things. and using them in different
Mhm.
places.
Get another one? Because I
Yeah.
can't think of one.
What's something about your life or yourself that might surprise others to learn?
I feel like we're on a date now. Like you're asking me like a dating question. Tell me something about you that no one knows on a live stream with all of my fans listening.
Oh man.
Wait a
We
minute.
haven't laughed this much since we interviewed Spike Spencer a couple months ago.
Oh. I love
He
Spike
is
Spencer. He's my
hilarious.
favorite.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
Oh man.
Me and him did a convention together in Atlanta one time, and we were like, oh my gosh, we had such a good time. His wife is so sweet.
Yeah, definitely she is. Spike Spencer is also, he does a Twitch stream from time to time, and he'll mostly be cooking. His wife would come in, and then also he would
They
have his
also do
son.
Unlocked.
Oh yeah, that's right. But he hasn't been on Unlocked in a while. He's mostly on Twitch now because Unlocked got a lot of problems. They're glitchy.
Yeah, that's my issue. So I was using Unlocked a lot, and I've Bryce Papenbrook and me, we hit it off as soon as we met. We just became immediate friends. And I've been trying to use Unlocked, but for whatever reason, if I'm on it for more than an hour, my audio just cuts out.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Or either
So
like
I
it'll
only-
kind of like zoom in randomly, and then like maybe
Yeah.
a couple minutes later it'll zoom back out. Yeah, Unlocks has got some
Right.
technical issues to work out.
Just a bit.
I think a lot of it is the compatibility between Apple and Android. Because if someone's on an Apple and someone's on an Android, they don't like to
Yeah,
talk
and
to
even
each other.
sometimes
Very
the
strange.
That would be me. I'm on Android.
Apple. But sometimes even when people are watching the streams, they'll get booted out sometimes. They go like, oh man, I got kicked off. Because it's literally in the chat sometimes. People say
Oh,
they
wow.
get booted out sometimes. I've had that happen to me one time. And then after that, when I went back in, it didn't boot me out again. A lot of people have been having that problem.
Huh.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Strange. Okay, so what were you asking me about you were saying my personal life? What's my deepest, darkest secret? Was that the question?
What might surprise others to learn about yourself or your life?
Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready for me to rock the
Bring
boat
it.
right now? Are you
Bring
ready
it.
to are
We've
you
been
ready to
rocked plenty of
possibly
times.
end you're going to end this interview in blind bloody
No,
rages
no,
when I
no,
say this.
no. No. Come on, we can take it. We're big girls.
Okay, I hate Star Wars.
Oh no.
You're not the first person to
No.
say that.
No. I can't. Okay, in all honesty, I can't get into Star Wars because I wasn't alive when Star Wars was first around. I was born literally before the 90s ended. So, but, like, people are different types of nerds and geeks. So.
Well, and
But, Star Wars isn't my thing.
let me qualify that statement with an explanation. So, I love Star Wars. And for that fact, I hate Star Wars.
So you love it and hate it?
Because they ruined it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I loved Star Wars. And I'm finally like they have over-explained and diluted the lore so much that it is unwatchable for me. I cannot enjoy it. When the music comes on, it makes me cringe. I just cannot tolerate it ever again.
That's how we feel when we see Dragon Ball on the Toonami Schedule all the time. We cringe at it and we can't stand
It's
looking
not
at
that
it.
we don't.
Really?
It's not that we don't like it. It's not that we don't like it.
Yeah.
It's played out.
I've
It's
seen
played
it.
out. We're tired
I've
of
seen
seeing
it over.
That's so funny. I have never heard someone say that before. Is that really a sentiment that some people don't like Dragon
Yes.
Oh
Ball?
yeah.
Some people are even tired of it because
Wow.
the outcome is the same. Goku wins.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, like I've never really watched Dragon Ball, but that
Welcome
totally
to the
makes
club.
sense to me.
I never got into it. That's one of probably the only animes I never got into.
It's on Toonami.
Every
At first it was
weekend.
like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, and then they
Right.
redid Dragon Ball. Then it turned into Dragon Ball Z Kai, and
Dragon
they
Ball
just-
GT, so on and so on and so on.
Just keeps going on, and they
And we're
keep putting it
thinking,
back on
like,
the Toonami schedule
go, like,
because they have no filler.
Where does it end? Never. I'll tell you that. It never ends.
Let it
It
end.
never ends.
We keep begging.
Let it
Yes,
die.
let it die.
Let Goku.
Well,
let Goku do what Goku wants to do.
and we can't really say that much for One Piece
Wow.
either because they're literally at like 900 plus episodes right
Yeah.
now. So they're still going.
So I started watching One Piece, and I'm on season 2 right now. I'm really loving
You're gonna
it.
be watching it forever.
I'm like on season 3, I think. I'm like where they're into the Rainbow Mist right now. So that's where I'm at. So I think I'm probably am at season 2 right now. So you and I are in the same
Bleach.
boot. I said boot.
I
Boat.
love Bleach.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
Come on.
They're coming.
Bleach is one that I've been meaning to start watching. Is that Johnny Young Bosch?
Yeah.
Is Johnny Young Bosch? in Bleach?
Yes.
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
And they're coming back with another arc.
1,000-year blood war.
So there's not a lot of things that would make me go to California, but I would definitely go to be in a show with Johnny because me and him have talked about how cool it would be if we got to do a show together. We're like, man, we would have a lot of fun
I'd go just for Johnny.
doing that.
That's another person we want to talk to.
Yeah,
he's
Johnny
an
Young Bosch is another
an
one
awesome
that we
guy.
want to talk to. We got so many people that we want to talk to. It's just so hard to reach them.
Is that why you guys had me on because you want my contact list? Is that
No,
what's happening
we
right
asked that
now?
with
Is
all
that
the
next
people that we
question?
interviewed for them to
Yes.
reach out to other VAs, to refer us because we love talking to the people that voice these characters and give us joy or get us out of like rough situations or a rough patch in our lives. It's fun to know you guys on like a normal level and not just for like like that person
this
was that
person
person.
voiced this character. This person voiced this character.
We like them, for who they are, like, not behind the booth or behind the character. We want to see what they really are like. Like,
Yeah.
when we first...
Well, so tell me about you guys. How'd you get started doing this?
That was my fault.
Technically, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. She had a random idea. So she had a random idea that she wanted to do a anime podcast, and she asked me and another person that was supposed to be like kind of like our third person, because when it's just the two of us, we ramble on and on, or we just kind of just forget about topics that we talk about.
Yeah.
Or we can't think of anything else. So we started back like maybe November in like 2018 or 2019, and then we kept it going ever since, and we try to come up
It was
with
2018.
Yeah, 2018 in November, and we kept it going. We decided doing like anime battles with different anime series squaring off. We covered like the Toonami schedules, different stuff. We try to come up with different stuff every week, but it's just so hard. It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard when it's just the two of us. But when you think about it, not a lot of women cover, anime when you think about it. We're kind of like the standard bearers of women that just talk about like blatant anime all the time. And, we have our opinions, and if people, want to discuss it or whatever, like, we give them an honest answer. And we've been having this go around ever since. John Gremion was our first ever voice actor that we interviewed.
No.
Yeah, it was.
John Swayze.
Yeah, John Swayze. I confused the two Johns, okay? So many Johns are in the anime industry.
John Gremion.
Yeah, it was John Swayze who was first. He was our first ever voice actor that we interviewed, and he was a joy to talk to. We work when we schedule interviews. We work on your guys' time, not ours, because you guys are human. You guys aren't just busy.
Robots.
Yeah, you guys aren't robots, and you guys aren't just like, very.
50%.
But really, we respect all voice actors as people and who they are, and we just we.
I wish I had like a big wad of money now and just start blotting my eyes. They're just people.
Just blotting and going, oh, you guys are so sweet. Just have $100 bill as a tissue.
Like $1 million.
But yeah, like when we interviewed, John Swayze, he was a great joy to talk to.
Oh yeah.
And just
he introduced us to his dog and his daughter.
And his daughter. He was literally outside of his house while we were talking to him.
Oh, so
and
cute.
he had a lot of patience because it was our first time actually doing Skype interviews, and we had a
ton of problems.
Rough time trying to get everything, together. But as, time progressed and we kept doing it like normal, then we got used to it. Then we interviewed stars such as Derek Snow, John Gremion, Chuck Huber, just a lot. Kyle Aber, Spike Spencer. We've interviewed several people in the past. Derek Stephen Prince, but he was over the phone.
Yeah.
So, but either way, we still got him either way.
Oh, interesting. He didn't have a Skype?
When we talked to him, he said
and
he
when
didn't
we
have
talked
a Skype.
to him, he called.
He called us.
He called out on his conspiracy theory. And he was right about the conspiracy theory about Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
That they were going to announce something on the 20th anniversary of Bleach. That there was going to be another arc.
Mm-hmm.
And this was his conspiracy. He said they're going to come back with another arc. Now he said, now if they're going to do it right, they're going to do the 1,000-Year Blood War.
And he was right on the
He
money.
was right.
Right on the money. He was right on the money. And I'm thinking like, holy cow. And then when we were talking with...
Because he'd already recorded it.
I bet he did. But
he might have.
Yeah, he might have. And then when we were talking with John Gremion, we kind of concluded here's theory on all of the characters that he's voiced. They're either bald, bad guys, or they have mustaches. Because that's literally the only characters.
Or they have accents.
Yes, that too.
Or they have accents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's done a lot of characters with accents.
He has. He has.
Well, and John Gremion is an actor's actor. I mean, he does a lot of great accents and different things like that. So when there's accents required, it's either him or Jay Hickman that gets pulled in to do the male accents.
Well, I think they actually pulled in for one series Troy Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Darker Than Black.
That's another one we're trying to get.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's really good. Put it on your list.
There's so much anime I have to get caught up on. It's not funny. And
I told her to put it on her list.
Yeah, I have it on my list. I have like a huge list of animes that I need to start watching or need to start at some point, but yet I have not. So, yeah, but definitely all the voice actors that we have interviewed are great sports. We work with their time, not ours, because, we're not pushy. We're not pushy people saying like, no, you need to do, we coordinate with them on a day that works for them, not for us.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we want them to, be on our show, like our actual show day, but we make sure we work with them and their time zones and not like, make it hard for them, because I'm pretty sure they encountered certain interview times that interfere with stuff that's going on their end. Yeah. So.
Well, I'm glad this worked out.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Somebody's chatting over there.
Yeah, it's Thirsty for Chicken, who we haven't seen in a while. Oh my gosh, we love Thirsty for Chicken. About time he showed up. It's been a while.
There's a person in our chat. His name is Thirsty for Chicken, and
he hooked us up with Derek Stephen Prince. That's who he hooked us up with.
So
we thank him for that.
Well, I am actually making chicken
Ooh,
tomorrow.
yum!
I have a food battle with Christina Kelly,
Ooh.
who is in Food Wars with me as
Mm.
Alice Knockery, and we're gonna battle it out. We're having a food
Ah!
battle on the Color World platform. So if people want to buy tickets, I am going to be cooking a chicken karage.
Ooh. Wait, you're
Nice.
cooking a chicken cutlet bowl?
I'm cooking, yeah, fried chicken thighs
Yum! Oh man.
with cabbage. I'm gonna do cabbage and rice, like sushi rice,
Ooh.
and seaweed with probably some kind of like homemade tonkatsu sauce.
That sounds so good. More. What? It's like when you're watching, Food Wars or any anime that's got food. It looks so good. You can just reach in the screen and grab it and eat it, but you can't unless they make it for real. But now that sounds really good.
Yeah, I went and bought some really nice like thin Napa cabbage today, so that it's all like leafy and delicious, and
Oh, you bought
got
it
some
pre-cut.
seaweed and
Cool.
no, I bought
It's like lengthy.
it's a
And thirsty for chicken, I am not pushy.
Oh, Napa cabbage.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's very lengthy.
So this is gonna be what I wrap the chicken in. It's like a wrap.
Cool.
Nice. Very inventive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, especially with everybody being in like lockdown and all that. Why not invest on new recipes?
Mm-hmm. You got any questions?
I can't think of.
Any questions for
I can't
me?
think of any at the moment. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Try to think. I can't think.
Let me think.
So I have a question for
Okay.
you
Bring it.
guys.
We like questions.
Have you been watching any Disney
Yes.
Plus?
Yes, I've been watching
Are there-
Hamilton.
Are there
I love Hamilton.
what's the most embarrassing thing that you've watched on Disney Plus so far from like your childhood? The thing that you went back and watched, and when you tried to watch it, you're like, oh no, this is not good.
I've only watched Hamilton.
Okay.
That's the only thing I've watched.
Now the thing is that I have watched Disney Channel for the longest, but the one show that I probably watched on Disney Plus, that was like an old throwback was probably, oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's been so long, but maybe like the Proud Family, but that was about it. And maybe like Kim Possible and seeing how that looked, but all of it was really good shows. Now. I'm surprised they didn't add like Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, because that was probably a weird Disney show. I'm thinking like, okay, how random is this that a rabbit and a dog end up falling out of an airplane at like maybe 1,000 feet and landing in the jungle somewhere and actually surviving? How's that possible? That
You never
show I found
know.
weird.
Man, I was blown away with how good Gravity Falls
No.
is.
I can
I
go back
really like
further
that
than that.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how far you can go.
Okay. When my son was younger, I bought, get ready for this,
All right, bring it.
VHS tapes.
Okay.
And I got one from my childhood for me,
And that was?
The Three Caballeros.
Oh, the one with Donald Duck and then the
Oh,
parrot and the
yeah.
other
Yes.
bird. We got the Three Caballeros. I remember that.
That was the one that I watched when I was a kid, and my son refused to watch it.
Oh, come on.
But I sat and watched it. I had fun with it.
Who doesn't have fun, especially
Yeah,
with Donald Duck? Come on.
I tried to go back and watch Darkwing Duck, and I just didn't like it as much. Just didn't hold
I
up.
can't watch the new series of DuckTales where they like reanimated all the characters and edit up the story. I couldn't watch it again. I didn't even watch the original series, but you could tell how different it is from the reboots to the older version. So.
Have you guys watched those new Mickey Mouse shorts though?
Oh, the one where Mickey's like in an older cartoon style, but like more. It's so
Yes.
weird. Why do
They're
they make Goofy look
they're
like he's
so cool.
like he's done something wrong, or he looks like he's done jail time?
Did you see the one where he's on the Japanese bullet
Oh
train?
yeah, I saw that one. Oh man.
I have to admit, the only thing I've watched is Hamilton.
Hey, come on.
That's it.
Hamilton is great. I love
And I'm not
Hamilton.
even finished with it yet.
Are you serious?
It's 3 hours long. Come on.
But it's worth the 3 hours to watch.
That's a regular
I
musical.
know that, but my brother's like, it's 3 hours long. But I did go to the movie theater and watch Endgame.
I did too. I saw.
That was 3 hours, more than 3 hours long.
Yeah, when I went to go see the Avengers Endgame, I actually saw it at least 2 days before it was released anyplace else because I was in California at the time, and holy cow, it was amazing, and I loved it. Sad though.
They really tied the room together with all that.
My
Marvel
son
stuff,
wanted
for sure.
to sit far away from me because I was crying throughout the film.
I cried towards the end.
Oh no,
man.
I was crying throughout the film. I was like, oh no, they're gone too.
Okay, we actually have a question from Thirsty for Chicken for you, Blake. He says,
Sure.
Let's see, it went up on me. He said, question, Halo Legends, how was that different from other animes since it was only a one-off?
Well, it was, there was a lot of pressure to do really well with that because we were all really excited about it, and everyone, knew Halo, so we all wanted to do a really good job. It was really weird too because I want to say maybe it was Appleseed we were doing at the same time, but they actually brought us in at the same time and recorded our faces for a 3D capture. So that was it was a weird thing. I don't know. It might have been related with the video game somehow, where they were doing some capture for some different faces, and they just decided who they wanted to use later. But yeah, it was a big deal. It was there was a lot of pressure to do a really good job. I didn't feel too much pressure once I got in because my character was kind of a snot-nosed brat, know-it-all kind of guy. So I just pulled out the old acting muscle and went to town on that. No, yeah. So that was a fun character. I always liked playing the smarmy jerk. There was one show I did called Cross Ange or something. But anyway, I'm like the snarky evil brother, stepbrother or something, and I'm one of the main villains, and that roles like that I love being the bad guy.
Yeah, a lot. I think a lot of anime voice actors do enjoy playing bad guys. Like Kyle Aber enjoyed playing Aizen and Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
We asked Kyle Aber if he would go back and do Bleach again. Would he? He said
yes.
In a heartbeat.
Because everybody enjoyed Bleach because it was 23 seasons, and they kind of left everybody on a cliffhanger with how it ended. But we're gonna get more.
Well, every arc they put, different arcs inside the main arc.
So like an arc within an arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Mind blowing.
Well, it's like while they were dealing with Aizen, boom, they were dealing with the bounce. I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
So
what?
the Bleach that's on Netflix right now, the movie, that's after the show, right?
I believe so. I haven't yet to watch it. Speaking of Bleach, Netflix actually did a live action series of Bleach, and that was good. That was really good. Yes.
It was good?
The only thing I would have to say Netflix screwed up was Death Note. They completely screwed it up, and I'm mad at it. And I didn't even bother watching it because the way it looked.
Another series they did really well with was
Full Metal.
Rurouni Kenshin.
And Full Metal Alchemist. They screwed that up too.
Well, they did well with Rurouni Kenshin.
Well, they screwed up. They screwed up everybody else.
I talked to Vic Mignogna about the live action thing, and yeah, I can't remember if he was disappointed in it or not, but he was definitely he was bummed he didn't get to be a part of
Yeah.
that.
We've heard that before. We actually want to talk to Vic in the future, but again, we're giving the man his space.
Yeah.
Still hard to reach Todd Hapricorn though. He literally went on his YouTube and videotaped himself catching a possum. I kid you not. Yes, it's on his YouTube
Did he
page.
really?
It's on his YouTube page. And it's been
caught a possum.
Yes, he set up a trap outside of his house because he literally has cat food set up outside his house to feed cats. And then usually a possum would show up from time to time, and he decided to catch it.
Oh, Todd.
That crazy, crazy Hapricorn.
Crazy, crazy man.
Yes, crazy, crazy man. Oh, man. Like...
Oh, that's another one that I didn't that I probably regret, but I never auditioned for. Is I was really busy with some animation jobs at the time, and I got an audition script for a show called Fairy Tale, and I read the synopsis, and I was like, Fairy Tale? No one's watching this. Whoops.
Yeah, that was a star-studded list on there. Jeremy Lee was in it. Todd Hapricorn. Who else? Brittany Burkowski. She was in it. Colleen Clinkenbeard. A lot of huge names.
I had just.
You
I finished doing Sacred Blacksmith with Jeremy Lee right before that, so it would have been really cool to work with everyone again. But yeah, I missed it.
Yeah. You always have to get the opportunities while you can.
Okay, so you've done a lot of roles throughout your career.
Internet Movie Database is true. You've seen the list.
Which one?
I just wish they let me up. I wish they let me update my photo. I have to like pay to add a different picture.
You have to pay for that?
Yeah, they want me to like make a pro subscription so I can go in and change my photo. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Okay, now that you've done all these characters throughout your career, which one was your favorite?
You know, I have to say probably my favorite besides Soma is Tanaka-kun.
Tanaka-kun. Oh, yeah, from Darling in the Franxx, the chubby kid. I think that's right. No, Angel Beats, right?
Not
That's Angel Beats, isn't it?
No, Tanaka-kun is the name of the show. It's Tanaka-kun is always listless. And if you guys haven't seen it, it is like a warm blanket anime. Like it's one of these. It's a show where like the character is so lazy, he literally sometimes doesn't eat because the chopsticks are too far away from his hand.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
No.
I'll definitely have to check that out.
And everyone in the show is in awe of how lazy he is, and they're all like, "Teach me how to not care so much about work and school and everything."
Oh, man.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
There's one of the great episodes. I think it's Emily Neves doing the other character, but they go to a McDonald's, but it's called Whack-Donald's.
That's about.
And
I think that's what they call it in every anime.
I heard McRonald's
Yeah, it's another one of those.
The Devil is a Part-Timer. I heard, welcome to McRonald's. Instead of McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, McRonald's.
Yeah, this one's Wick Donald's, WC Donald.
McDonald's.
And but it's funny because I think the character, and I forget exactly, but he doesn't want to use his voice because it's too much work, so he's trying to figure out how to just talk with air, and he's like, ugh, ugh. and the girl thinks that, and he's making this weird face when he does it, and so she's like, "Oh my God, this guy hates me. What did I do to him? Why does he hate me so much?" And he just starts, because it's not working, so he just starts motioning to what he wants, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I've shamed myself so much. He won't even speak to me. He won't even." Like, so she's like freaking out, and she becomes obsessed with him because because he's so mysterious. But it's pretty funny. It's a great show. It was actually a show that I got to do right after Food Wars. So I went from being like super cookie guy, doing this stuff and cooking and chopping and doing whatever, to just being this like complete, just
quiet dude.
It was such a fun time. It was so.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Okay, probably maybe one or two more questions. Are there any places where you have been recognized, for your voice acting chops? Chuck Huber said he got recognized at GameStop.
Yeah, I've been recognized at a few places, grocery stores for sure. In Houston, where I live, I've gotten recognized more for my band than I have for the voice acting stuff, because we did a lot of we toured a lot around the state, and then a little bit around the country, and we won some music awards and stuff. So some people know me from that. I've done parties and all kinds of things. I don't really do that much anymore. I'm kind of just more focused on my animation career. But yeah, there've definitely been times where I've been asked by people. Um, but the definitely the crowning one was my little niece and her friend looking me up and then realizing that the voice of the character that her friend's in love with is her uncle.
Yeah, Chuck Huber says his daughters get embarrassed whenever they're out in public with them, and he gets notified at GameStop saying like, "Hey, you're that stunt guy from Soul Eater." You go like, "Yeah."
Okay, and who inspires you the most, and what qualities do they possess to inspire you?
I guess Jesus? I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, God is always good to include in your lives.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that.
He's just so nice.
And forgiving. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Forgiving and everything. Oh man.
No, I don't know. That's a good question. Who do I sort of admire? Is that kind of the question,
well,
or is
who
it
inspires you to do what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a great question. I guess I don't ever really look for inspiration. Like, I guess I'm to the point now as an artist where I've had to train myself to be inspired on command, right? Because I'll go in and meet with a client and they need something creative and inventive, and so it's my job to be creative, right? And so I have to go in and figure it out. So I just say, like, I don't know. I love working. I love creating things. I like making something that never existed before. Um, and that element, like that energy of creation, to me is probably what inspires me the most.
That's
Nice
an
answer. Yeah,
inventive question.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah.
inventive answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because for most people, it's like, oh, my family, my
Family, friends.
They give us the easy answer.
Yeah, like my family, friends, my dog.
Yeah. Well, and those what qualities does your dog have that inspire you?
When we interviewed Derek Snow, who voices Shemer from Fire Force, he had his dog on. He showed us his dog. Oh wait, no, that was on an unlocked stream where he showed his dog. Not, he was actually in his car outside of Starbucks,
outside. He said he was outside Starbucks after he got done with
Recording at
recording.
Funimation.
Oh, okay.
He said he stopped in at Starbucks before he did the interview with us.
Mm-hmm. He was in his car.
Yeah, I'm about to make some green tea as well, so I'm gonna do that.
Yum.
But yeah, man, it's been crazy not recording in the studios, and when you do go in and record, it's like you're in like a hospital, like you've got like the mask and you're cleaning, and you're the only one allowed to touch your headphones, and it's been pretty bizarre.
Okay, Thirsty Chicken has one more question before we let you go. He wanted to ask this because he asked this to all of our guests. What's the one dream acting role you want, live action or voice?
I know the answer to this. I've always wanted to play Spider-Man in like either an animated show or a video game. And I guess now these days, because the Spider-Man that I remember was the Amazing Spider or the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s, which was super cool. And that Spider-Man he sounded a little older.
Yeah, he did.
It was a little bit more of like a throwback to the kind of the 60s Spider-Man. And I guess I always heard Peter Parker like that. I mean, now he sounds so young because they've got this like the little British kid playing him now.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah. And so.
Well, Andrew Garfield didn't do a bad job either. It's just that the way the plot was put together for his Spider-Man thing, it just.
Yeah, I really liked Andrew Garfield and how Asperger's-y he made Peter Parker seem, because he was a cool guy, like he looked cool, and he was like a good-looking dude. So he made him so awkward that he was like nerdy and unattractive, just like the girl's like twitching and like being all weird. It's like, God, you're a really weird dude, man.
But you got to think about it. Tobey Maguire will always be the best Spider-Man, and Tom Holland is second. Like with the plot and plot-wise.
Tom Holland's first, then Tobey Maguire.
But when you think about it, it all depends on how the story was portrayed with each of the Spider-Men that have been, filled the web slinger shoes. When you think about it, Andrew Garfield, they could have done way better with what he did, what they did.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland's doing a great job right now, still carrying the Spider legacy right now. But still, Andrew Garfield's plot should have been way better.
Oh my gosh. How funny was that when that scene when Tony Stark, and I don't remember, maybe it was the first movie, but he shows him the picture of him swinging around, and then he finds the costume in the ceiling, and he's like, "What do you call yourself?"
Oh,
and
I remember that.
He's like, I'm Spider-Man. It's like, oh my God, how perfect is that scene from Spider-Man? Spider-Man. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Blake, we're going to let you go. Thanks so much. And can you give us a shout out before you go as maybe Soma, before you head out?
You're welcome.
Love it. All right, Blake, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, thanks so much. Take care.
Have a good day.
Blake Shepard, everybody. Man, we haven't laughed, like I'm saying, we haven't laughed that hard since Spike Spencer. And, man, that was something. Blake Shepard, you are awesome, man. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk with us fellow weebs. Love it. Love and support you. Good luck on your, he said he was doing, his animation, studio and stuff. Good luck to you on that, man. And if you need more coverage, hit us up. We'll cover you. I know, I need to breathe too. It's hard breathing in a mask. All right, so back to our regular normal programming. So, of course, we had Blake Shepard topping us off with our show today. And wow, it is 4:14. Holy cow. We talked with him for a long time, but you know what? It was worth it. It was worth it, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Blake Shepard was worth the talk. So, we are going to get on with Toonami Schedule, voice actor birthdays, and so on and so forth. All right? We are going to do that right now.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it?
Where is it? Where? Oh, man. Yeah, we
Nope.
got... Yeah, this is fun. All right. So, what are we starting with first? We're going to start with the Toonami Schedule, voice actor birthdays, what?
Toonami Schedule. And there has been a change.
About time.
For the better.
Yes.
One of my shows is back. Yes. I need a drink.
Well, technically, there's going to be double news regarding the Toonami Schedule. So, yeah, what a great guy. Yeah. Blake Shepard was an awesome sport.
Oh, yeah.
I'll definitely have to hit him up later. Go like, you got Johnny Bush's contact info.
Before I give you the Toonami Schedule, tonight at 11 p.m. I got something on my lip. Tonight at 11 p.m., for those of you that have the Sci-Fi Channel, and for those of you who watch Critical Role, guess what?
What?
4 people who are on Critical Role are going to be on The Great Debate on Sci-Fi Channel.
Woohoo! Can't wait.
So tune in to the Sci-Fi Wire. And if you don't have cable, you can always watch it online.
That's what I'm
or if
probably
you have
gonna do.
Roku, you can watch it on there. But I know Travis Willingham's going to be on there.
Laura Bailey. Matthew Mercer. I'm gonna turn on our fan. I'm dying.
Probably one other person that I don't know. So, but I know who Matthew Mercer is. I know who Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey are.
Yes, we do.
Definitely.
Oh, that feels nice.
Oh boy. Anyway, back to the Toonami Schedule for Saturday, August the 1st.
Yes.
Starting at 8 o'clock p.m. is Dragon Ball Z Kai. And they're on for an hour.
Whoa. Let me know when something interesting happens.
Okay, and starting at 9 p.m., you get an hour and a half still of American Dad. And then at 10:30 is Rick and Morty. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody in that show says, "Great Scott!" And then at 11 p.m., they're on for an hour. Is Family Guy.
Barry's favorite show.
Yes.
We miss Barry the White Wizard. Somewhat.
And then at midnight is Dragon Ball Super.
Nope. Get on to the good stuff already.
And then at 12:30, finally, they're back. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Golden Wind.
There's even...
I'm hoping, and praying that this is going to be a new episode and not going back to the beginning.
It looks like it is a new episode.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thirsty for Chicken said, what happened to Bob's Burgers? They clearly booted it.
Yeah, they kind of...
And then before you move on, for those of you who don't have already heard, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is back on the Toonami Schedule, which is returning Golden Wind. Also, Fire Force Season 2 will also be premiering on Toonami.
But not this week.
No, it'll be on next month. Literally, what? A couple days before Halloween, October 24th, is when both of those series will be gracing the Toonami schedule in all their glory. So we gotta wait 1 month and a few weeks for those series to grace the Toonami schedule. That we are so happy that Toonami is bringing new stuff because we're sick of seeing Dragon Ball all the time.
Yeah,
That's all I gotta
and
say.
and all the other stuff.
They clearly show American Dad like on TBS, and same with Family Guy. They show it on Fox all the time, so it's nothing new.
Anyway, at 1 a.m. is another one of my favorite shows.
I never did a Bob's
Mob
Burgers
Psycho
catchphrase.
100, huh?
Thirsty for Chicken saying, "I miss your Bob's Burgers catchphrase. You always say." I've never said a Bob Burgers catchphrase.
I did.
Wait, was it "Oh my God" or something
No.
else?
They're hot and juicy and always served fresh.
Oh, that. Yeah, I remember that. Well, we can't say that anymore because Bob Burgers ain't on the schedule no more.
No, not right now.
At least for now.
And then at 1:30 is Black Clover.
Yay.
And then at 2 a.m., you can go to Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Because
She
Ballmasters 9009 is going to be on for a half hour.
Just for you, Thirsty for Chicken. Char did her famous Bob Burgers line just for you.
They're hot and juicy and always served fresh.
Just like us.
And then, moving on, at 2:30 is Naruto Shippuden.
Yay. We're done with
Now,
Naruto already.
No, Boruto's not over yet.
Yeah, but Shippuden's over with already. We need to move on to Boruto.
That's what they're working on.
Slowly.
They just got done with this, so they're probably going to get to Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's the same studio, it's Viz.
Okay, yeah.
Or else they're going to be working on Inuyasha.
Yeah. Inuyasha. We're ready for
We
that
want
season.
Inuyasha.
We're ready for the second season. Bring it.
Bring it. Anyway, after Naruto Shippuden at 3 a.m. is Samurai Jack. And Samuel Jackson is his best, man. And then at 3:30 a.m. is I have no idea what this show is about. The Shivering Truth. They're on for a half hour. 4 a.m. is The Boondocks. Excellent show.
Mm-hmm.
4:30 a.m. is The Venture Brothers.
Another
That's
good show.
Excellent show. And then at 5 o'clock, you can go to bed because it's just Joe Parra talks with you.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Thirsty for Chicken, you haven't heard the news about Inuyasha's second season?
What?
Wow, we're good at that. Okay, let us enlighten you. We have been covering this since they actually announced this. Inuyasha, the series that was put out like in the 1980s? No, not that long. 90s. 90s. Which came out in the 90s. Come on, the awesome love story between half demon dog. Long time ago.
See, is a long series.
Yeah, it is. But not as long as One Piece and Dragon Ball and all that. But yes, it is literally the second season of Inuyasha.
No, it's not a second season.
It's a sequel. So basically, it's a sequel to the original series of Inuyasha, but
it's a continuation.
yeah. But this time, you know how everyone there's always those fan arts out there that always show Inuyasha and Kagome's future children. Well, those fan arts are now going to be in fruition because we finally get to see the daughters of Kagome, Inuyasha, and get this, his big brother Sesshomaru. So we're seeing the next generation of the Inuyasha main cast literally have their kids growing up. Viz has covered this. They already excited us up with Bleach. Now they got us excited for the sequel of Inuyasha.
Oh, yes.
And then it is called Princess Half Demon. Yeah, Inuyasha Princess Half Demon. I can't remember the rest of it. But it is going to be focused on Inuyasha, Kagome, and Sesshomaru's daughters. It's going to be focused on all of them. Yes, thirsty for chicken. What? Indeed. And the plot's already poured out on I need that now. We all need that now. We all need this series right now. But the series is basically going to follow all three of the offspring of both Sesshomaru, Kagome, and Inuyasha as they go on even more crazy adventures. So far, we know the character design of Inuyasha and Kagome's daughter and the weapon that she will be wielding. We have no clue what the other two characters are going to be like. We have to wait patiently because Viz likes teasing us. Yeah, we were freaking out too when we heard this. So welcome to the club, thirsty for chicken. But yeah, we're pumped for it.
Just like we're pumped for Bleach.
Yeah. He's saying, how did I miss that?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're glad see, now, aren't you glad that you came back to get more info? Come on. We've been missing you in action for a while, thirsty for chicken. I know I've seen you on Vic Mignogna's stream, but come on, man. You gotta be in the know with us, too. Come on. We're family friendly here. Because we have to be.
Because we have to be.
We have to.
So that is your Toonami schedule for August the 1st.
Yeah. Right into August now. And then as of the manga readings, basically it just shows the same thing that I covered last week, that the Garden of Words stage play that is in the United Kingdom is either delayed or canceled. It started a couple days ago on Monday the 27th, and it's literally was supposed to be until August 2nd. But so far, it does not show, whether it's delayed. It just shows delayed or canceled.
Oh, my.
I must admit, I forgot. You forgot. Okay, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt for that one. Were you cold? Well, I was hot. I'm wearing this hard hoodie.
You're wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, but it's comfy. Okay, but yeah, it shows that the Garden of World stage play was supposed to go on in the UK. Basically, it was supposed to be, through the entire, starting on Monday the 27th, heading into Sunday, August 2nd. But it's showing that it's either canceled or delayed. So, I looked like that was supposed to be a big event, but it doesn't look like that was going down. And also, heading into next week on the 3rd, looks like it's another week. Looks like they were supposed to be doing, a 2-weekend type deal for this, Garden of Words stage play. Looks like it's canceled or delayed. It was through August 3rd through the 9th. But that's all it shows from there. But we got manga reading, so it's gonna be a long one. So bear with me because it's awesome. He's saying, you tried to be here for the first stream back and then somehow, you brain farted for the rest. Oh, so he tried to be here for our return stream, but he brain farted and forgot. That's what quarantine has done to everybody.
Yes.
We all have brain farts, all the time, especially remembering what day it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we go what day is it?
Not really, because for me, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm off Wednesday and Thursday.
Now, for me, I'm only
I
either...
get to sleep in on Wednesday.
Yesterday,
I slept till 3 o'clock p.m.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Now, for me, I'm either working 3 to 4 days out of the week. and I don't work Monday or Tuesday. It's mostly like maybe Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I'm only either working 3 or 4 days out of my work week. And depending on how many days they schedule me, I try to take time out of my day to work on like my own stuff, and then also prepare for our show. But it's either in the afternoons or in the evenings, and then most of the time I usually don't go to sleep because I'm brain dead watching YouTube all day. Well, literally all night until I fall asleep, until around like maybe 2 a.m. So yeah, that's how my brain works, and that's how her brain works. So welcome to the inside of our brains. So we're gonna head into
Don't mind the mess.
Yeah. So we're gonna head into August territory with your fellow manga or DVD releases, for that matter, because there are
Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride, y'all.
Oh yeah. So for August 3rd, these are all releases heading into the United Kingdom on the 3rd. So we have Fairy Gone Season 1 Part 1 Blu-ray. Then you have either Fate Stay Night Collection Blu-ray, DVD, or Complete Collection Blu-ray or DVD. So that's a lot of Fate Stay Collection stuff. So that's good. Then you have High School DxD Hero Season 4 Blu-ray, or you can get the High School DxD Hero Season 4 DVD or Blu-ray. Then we got Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 Collector's Edition Blu-ray. Ooh, fun. That will be all for the UK on the 3rd. Then on Tuesday, there's always a lot on Tuesday. Seriously, there's a ton.
The releases are on.
Yeah, for us, in the US. All right. So we have Haru Ride, Volume 12.
Ooh, I see something that I may want to get. Oh, look.
Ooh, you can read that in a second. Let's see. Then we
that
have.
Don't come out for a few months, for a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Then we
About
have.
a month and a half.
You were. Yeah. Where were you when Vic? Oh, I missed it because Unlock didn't notify me when Vic went live because the main stage screen was glitchy. I was mad.
I got notified twice.
I didn't get notified at all. I was mad.
I still have it on my phone.
I didn't get notified at all, and I
have
missed
yet to
it.
watch
I was so mad.
It's still on my phone.
Are you still? I missed it because my phone didn't turn on the notification when he streamed. I didn't even see it. It's still.
It's still there.
It's still there.
I have to watch it.
I need to watch the replay because I'm mad I missed it, and
I think one of them glitched up, and then he came back and probably.
He actually had. When I saw on there, our fellow Vic Mignogna streamers, Full Metal Trek, said that he had to take a phone call, so he had to end the stream for a minute and then pop back on again because he had to take a phone call while he was
that's
streaming.
normal.
Yeah, it is normal. And then he went back on again, but still, I was mad. Since it was last week, not this week. Last week, I was there. I was on there last week. Or at least, I think I was. I don't know. I gotta, I'll look back again. I know I was on there last week. I'll take a look later. But right now, I gotta get back to these manga readings before I lose track of time. Okay, we have Arapigo of Blue Steel, Volume 16. Black Clover, Volume 22. Blue Exorcist, Volume 24, Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Volume 9, Demon Slayer, Kentetsu no Yaiba, Volume 15. Oh, Fushigi Yugi.
Which one?
Bangyo, hold on. Bakugo Shenki, Volume 1. Bakugo Shenki.
How's it spelled?
Byakko.
Byakko?
Byakko?
Byakko.
Byakko.
Yeah, Byakko.
Byakko Senki, Volume 1. Then,
that's one of the gods.
Ooh.
It's one of the 4 gods.
Looks like it's focused on him.
I guess they're now going through and telling the story of each of the 4 realms.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know Thirst for Chicken. I'll watch it from last week and then, well, actually, no, yeah, last week, and I'll let you know. Okay. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, Volume 8.
Just don't do it.
How to Build a Dungeon, Book of the Demon King, Volume 6. Ah.
Takes lots of stone.
Yes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Part 4, Diamond is Unfakeable, Volume 6.
Excellent show.
Yeah.
But Stardust Crusaders is better.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 5. Kaze Hikaru, Volume 28. My Hero Academia, Smash, Volume 5. Naruto Story, Family Day. Ooh, that's different. One Piece, Volume 94. Orasama Teacher, Volume 27. Oh, right. Blake was just talking about this. Penguin Drum, Volume 3. He was just talking about this earlier. Plus Size Elf, Volume 5. Saint Seiya, Santana Show.
Oh, that's an old one.
Volume 11. Psyche,
At least they're putting it back out.
Mm-hmm. Psyche, the Succubus Hungers Tonight. Oh. Volume 3. God. Okay.
Sounds like it might suck.
I can't. Okay. Samurai 8. The Tale of Harachimaru, Volume 3. Shortcake Cake, Volume 9. Skeleton Knight in Another World, Volume 4. The Promised Neverland, Volume 16, which, by the way, is getting a second season.
Boo.
Yeah.
I don't like that show. I really don't.
Because it's creepy?
Anything that promotes killing of children, I don't like it.
Some people...
Or as Chris Evans would say, I don't like it.
Yep. Okay. Then we have Twin Star Exorcist Volume 19, We Never Learn, Volume 11, and Yona of the Dawn, Volume 25. I want more Yona of the Dawn so bad. They only had maybe, one season, I think? And I want
done.
more. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I got 5.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll wait. All right, I'll read that next week. All right. Go ahead.
All right. Now I got your DVD releases. I know she had some, but I got more.
Yeah.
Just a few more.
A few.
I have Astra, Lost in Space. These
seen
are
that.
all on Blu-ray. Some of them are combo sets, so I'll let you know if it's a combo set.
Seen Asta
Like
Lost in Space.
Fairy Tale, Final Season Part 23. That's a combo set, y'all. Go buy it.
Yeah. After this.
Galaxy Angel, Double A, plus S.
We don't know what it is.
Sorry, don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Gundam Build Fighters. What? No.
This is the one series she dreads. The one mecha series.
No,
that she
this
dreads.
is the other one.
Oh.
Even my son didn't like it. He didn't like it. It's they're little tiny Gundams.
Uh-huh.
And they fight.
Okay.
Special build disc. Blah blah.
Blu-ray.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Depends.
It depends.
The weirdest Gundam, Thirsty for Chicken, agrees with you. About the
Season 2, by the way. What?
about the Gundam Build Fighters Special Built Disc Blu-ray. He says it's the weirdest Gundam. It's not even a mecha series.
It's not. That's the thing. It's not.
Kinda,
It's not even close.
Kind of reminds me of Bakugan almost. It's kind of like a knockoff of Yu-Gi-Oh, but minus the cards.
But my personal favorite Gundam would have to go to Death Scythe Hell Custom.
Mm-hmm.
From
It's people playing with model kits.
no, this was actually in Endless Waltz. It was actually in Endless Waltz. They custom made modifications to their Gundams and like Zero, it had actual wings. I was like, nice. I mean, like feather wings. Like
wing, yeah,
feather wings. Okay, next, Naruto 4 movie collection. Yeah, that's right, 4 movies.
Yep.
Promare Collector's Edition.
Blu-ray.
Ride Your Wave. That's a combo set, by the way. And then Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle.
Funny name.
Bahamut. What's your name?
Bahamut.
Oh my, the things we did.
Yeah, things we do for our anime, man. Alright, and I should have said this earlier, but I didn't. So we got 3 voice actor birthdays. So yesterday was Emily Nevin's birthday, so happy belated birthday to her. And guess whose birthday it is today?
Oh my god, who?
None other than Kyoya Soma from Fruit Basket, Jerry Jewel.
Happy birthday,
Happy
dude.
birthday, Jerry! We definitely have to get him on the show. It'd be awesome to have him. Have Jerry on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then tomorrow is probably her most known role is playing Tiki from Miraculous Ladybug, but we know her as Yuki Cross from Vampire Knight, Mela Lee. Her birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday to you, Mela. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Definitely. Early birthday. And then, let's see. And then we just had, those are the last 3 of July. Then we head on to August. And guess who's on the 3rd? It's Mr. Roy Mustang himself, Travis Willingham.
Who, by the way, is going to be on Sci-Fi Wire's The Great Debate tonight. At 11 o'clock.
Be there or be square.
Tune in.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, I will. Well, we both will.
Yeah.
And that is all the voice actor birthdays we have for today. So, yeah.
All right. We're going to do some quick news.
Okay.
Some we want to hear, some we may not want to hear.
But you're going to hear it anyway.
All right. So, there's a new rumor that provides details on Marvel Studios' vision for MCU version of Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom.
For months, there may have been rumblings. This is unbounding in the comics, by the way, if you want to read it.
That's right. Vic's birthday is near the end of August. Yes, we are aware of that.
That Marvel, that the MCU will look like moving forward from Avengers Endgame. And more particularly, what they will do with recently acquired properties under the Marvel banner. Namely, the X-Men and the Mutants and the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been wondering.
Yeah, after the last Fantastic Four movie they put out, yeah, they need a definite revisation of the Fantastic Four because they just screwed that up.
They asked Chris Evans if they asked him to come back and play
The Human Torch?
the Human Torch again. Would he? And he said no.
Aw.
Because he said that would do nothing. Because he's known to play Cap.
Mm-hmm.
It would just confuse, the fans of Captain America if he came back and played the, Human Torch.
Because he
and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because he played Johnny Storm around 2004 with the first Fantastic Four, and then Rise of the Silver Surfer maybe 2 years after the first Fantastic Four dropped, and then now since he's Captain America, that would kind of mess with people's heads. You go like, wait, so what happened to Cap? Like, is he still Captain America or is he Johnny Storm now? So
Yeah.
they need a new Johnny.
They need a new Human Torch.
Yeah, they need a new Johnny Storm.
So there's a lot of rumors and what Marvel plans to do with these heavy hitters. And
These are just rumors, so don't quote us on us.
and the most recent one involves the Mandalorians. Gosh.
Mandalorians.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Esposito.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
Something. It's something.
Don't need to worry. He's going to be reprising his role as Moff Gideon for season 2 of The Mandalorian later this year, and he's no stranger to villains.
For those of us who have Disney Plus, that's where the Mandalorian lies.
He used to play the
Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. And a spin-off series. Better Call Saul. He also played Bad Boy Lex Luthor.
On the Harley Quinn animation series.
But like I said, these rumors are just rumors. They're not for sure whether or not they're going to have him or make the Doctor Doom movie.
With the whole
you
situation.
just don't know what's going on because nobody from the U.S. is allowed anywhere on Earth.
Oh.
Except for in the U.S.
Yeah.
So in other words, unless you're filming an actual movie, you're not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why not a lot of the Marvel movies have been made. I don't know why. Well, I do understand why they delayed.
They delayed a lot of movies. They moved back, I think, one of the Deadpool movies or Spider-Man or something.
They moved up Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, they did move up Spider-Man. Instead of, November, April of next year, they moved it, to December.
I keep getting different dates for the new... For,
Black Widow?
Black Widow.
They change it up so much because they have to.
They moved it back. They moved it up. They moved it around the corner. I mean...
Well, they have to because they don't know when this whole pandemic crap will end.
Because now I've heard it's October something. I think they're trying to wait and see
what goes on.
How the movies that are going to be released in the movie theaters are going to be.
Yeah.
If people are actually going to go to the theaters to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I, for one, will. I'm going to go see Bill and Ted. Because, well, I'm a Bill and Ted fan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Oh, my goodness. We're going to go on to anime. Oh, my. For those of you who are fans of Sailor Moon, there is a way that you can get...
How can we put this without offending anybody?
The Bandai Fashion... I'll just read what it says. The Bandai Fashion Collection shows off new Sailor Moon themed lingerie, sleepwear, and dresses. That's right. Sailor Moon themed lingerie, sleepwear, and dresses.
For women.
Yes.
Basically.
Well...
What dude would wear that?
Do you have to ask? Let's see. Like, how did they pronounce it? Was it Kaguya?
Kaguya.
Okay. Like the dress that was featured in Sailor Moon as the movie, Luna becomes Princess Kaguya. She's wearing a yellow dress with purple
hair,
fringe,
and it's a yellow dress with like very see-through purple fringes a lot that matches her purple hair.
And then she also has a yellow bow around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, she is a cat. Anyway, you can get it in the lingerie. You can get it as a dress.
And they even have one for the Black Lady. Chibi Usa's evil version.
The Black Lady.
Then you say it was racist.
Huh?
You said calling Chibi Usa's evil version like the Black Lady, like that's racist. She's not black.
I was trying to be funny.
It was funny to me.
And then you also have okay, they're calling it a dress.
Mm-hmm. Camel Soul.
I would not wear this dress.
Nah.
Oh, it's a camisole dress.
Yeah. I just said that.
So you wear it underneath a dress?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
Look at it.
If I Thirsty for Chicken said if he was a woman, he would wear it.
Look at this.
But it's pretty.
I would not wear it out in public, though.
Well, it's meant to be worn at home. What? Hold on.
What?
$65.
$56.
But it's 5,940 yen in Japan.
Oh, and if you get the matching shorts, those run $31.40
in the U.S. American dollars, but in China,
the
Japan,
camisoles are $57.57,
or in Japanese currency,
6,050 yen.
It's so funny how when you compare the currency there, I think our currency is either more or less than theirs.
That is
pricey.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, very pricey. And then go back to where Crunchyroll was looking at their viewed animes. I saw that, like below the lingerie thought. That's cheaper than I thought it would have. That's cheaper than I would have thought. expedite shipping for pre-orders is accepted in the beginning of December 2020. For those who are interested, Bandai Japan is currently taking pre-orders for these outfits. Sales will end so literally tomorrow. So if you want to buy some Sailor Moon,
Not tomorrow. August 31st.
Which is tomorrow.
We're in July.
Oh, never mind. See? This is what the quarantine has done to my brain. I don't know what day it is or what planet we're on.
You know what your name is.
Yes.
Okay. You're
Yes,
doing
I
good.
do. Oh, God. Oh,
they're
Lord.
not going to be shipping the pre-orders until December of this year.
What?
They're not going to ship them till December of this year. Oh, is that? No. If y'all take a look at it, it's on Bounding into Comics under anime. To me, so not worth it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not. No. Same here. Import products usually go to $80 to $100 range. Yeah, definitely. It showed like It showed something about Crunchyroll showing like their top 10 viewed animes or something. Here, go down. Like under that Crunchyroll. Oh, they're releasing their top 10 viewed anime shows. Oh, we did this last time, and I think like Demon Slayer or something was popular in one of them. So let's see, what's Crunchyroll's little stuff that they have going on right here. Look at all that apparel and junk. Participated in 190 plus events in 2019, actually. So let's see. In order to determine...
Black Clover.
Number 1. Number 2.
Boruto. Naruto. Yeah, Naruto Next Generations.
Number 3.
Food Wars.
With our main man, Yuki Soma. Haiku. Number 4.
Haikyuu.
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 Hunter Hunter.
Number 5. 6.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
I thought they'd be higher than that. My
Hero.
Academia.
I thought
Number
they would
7.
be harder than that.
I know. Number 7 though. Number 8.
Naruto Shippuden. Oh, they're on there twice.
Mm-hmm.
One Piece.
Number 10.
Tower of God.
And that's their original series. A lot of companies like Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that are putting out like original anime content, which is actually good.
Huh.
Netflix has been pushing a lot of like their animated content, including like anime series and stuff, which is good. And it's a good move on their part for doing that. But yeah, that's their top 10.
That's Crunchyroll's top 10, yeah. Oh.
20 exclusive
Ooh,
apparel.
wow,
merch
you can
collection.
buy stuff.
Yeah.
What the heck is Megan Stallion?
I think it's Stallion.
Right here.
I have no idea. I've heard of Meg the Stallion, but not Megan Stallion.
Well, that's what it says. Megan Stallion.
Must be part of their little anime series or something. See, originals 12 announced this year, so they have 12 original series.
The God of High School.
Now streaming. They broadcast in 8 languages, 10K post/months on their Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and 4 million.
Are we advertising for Crunchyroll now?
No, I'm just reading their accomplishments.
Okay.
But that did. The volume got really low.
If we're not getting paid to advertise for Crunchyroll, then we're not going to read.
Well, I read it, so too late.
Bleh.
Bleh.
Anything else?
Nope.
Well,
Is
Jurassic World Dominion will not end the Jurassic Park franchise.
there- Ooh.
Well, darn.
Okay. Well, now we know. Wow, it's 5 o'clock. But we haven't even got to our battle yet.
We can do that real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And
'Cause
plus-
I think we're at the end.
We are at the end. The very end. Yeah, Blake ran us into overtime, but since no one's on after us, we can chat up all we want. So, haha. So for those of us who have watched us for the past few weeks, we have gone between the 7 Deadly Sins versus Fairy Tale battle. And boy, what a ride it's been. But now we are down to the final 2, and it's the main protagonist of each of these series. So let's get on with the numbers.
Let's get it on.
We got Meliodas in his final form, taking on Natsu Dragneel. Ooh. And you can already tell by these numbers. I already know. 16 people liked it. 56 votes were cast in total.
Oh my gosh.
Look at
I
the
cannot believe he got beat.
which is she talking about? I'll tell you. Natsu 26.8. Meliodas 73.2. And your winner of the battle between the 7 Deadly Sins and Fairy Tale is Meliodas. Da 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 da. And yep, I had to make the art for it because it looks so awesome. Ta-da! Gave him a crown and everything. Ta-da! I gotta start doing that from now on, making the brackets like that. So, that is our winner, Meliodas in his final form. That is it. Question: what will be our next battle? Do we go off of the
The
last
one that
time
came
we
in
did-
second place behind this battle.
Okay, I gotta go down. I gotta find it.
And we'll do that. We'll put everything on there next week.
Alrighty, so the next battle that we will do will be Samurai Champloo versus Maruni Kenshin.
I get Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay, I got Samurai Champloo. But Natsu!
Not that I don't know both series. It's just Rurouni
I only-
Kenshin has more characters that I can use.
I only know Samurai Champloo. I have not watched Maruni Kenshin because, again, I was not around when this anime was a thing. So, yeah, don't come at me.
Rurouni Kenshin. It's still around.
Well, you know, there's no, like, new series of it.
Yes, there is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have to
You
watch
need
it.
to check your Funimation thing.
I go on Hulu to watch Rurouni Kenshin. I don't think they have it on Funimation. So, yeah.
That's funny because Funimation puts it out.
Well, Funimation also has Naruto, the first season, on there, and a couple other
Well,
animes that they don't have
They
licenses
put
to.
out the Samurai X version
Oh,
of Rurouni Kenshin. I'm doing the Rurouni Kenshin version of Rurouni Kenshin.
yeah.
In other words, the Anime Works version.
yeah. So, okay, we are going to get out here, but we are going to have some parting words for all of you fellow otaku nuts out there. We are releasing merch.
Yes.
We are releasing merchandise.
We have t-shirts and sweatshirts available.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're real excited about releasing this stuff. But make sure you guys go onto our YouTube page because we post all of these shows. As soon as we're done on Twitch, we put it right on YouTube because for some reason, Twitch always deletes our videos within 30 days. Why do they do that? That's just how
Who
they roll.
knows?
That's just how they roll. But we post all of our shows on our YouTube page. So go over there, turn on your notifications, like and subscribe, and share it with all your fellow nerds and weebs that you know.
That's right.
Or you don't know. And yeah, we got merch coming out soon. We might get more voice actor interviews. We just gotta work on getting them.
Oh, we need more voice actors.
Help us out, Thirsty for Chicken. He helped us out the last time, so I'm pretty sure he can probably help us out.
Come on, Nick, you can do it.
Come on, Nick, help us.
Yeah, we put your name out there.
Yeah, you are known. So yeah, we are definitely going. Yeah, we definitely got to get out of here. We're gonna get all of our stuff in order. Come up with more brackets. Remember, Samurai Champloo versus Marui Kenshin will be next week. So, remember, Otaku Nuts, you love anime, watch it because you love it, and also you enjoy the voice actors that are also behind those voices. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.